What's up, people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome aboard. We're getting ready to get set up and get out of here. We are not prepared. We had some issues getting this started, but we're here nonetheless. Got a real treat. A 3-stopper, or a 2-stopper rather. Gonna be going over to Las Vegas, the city of sin, and then we're gonna go ahead and for a quick turnaround and jump on down to beautiful Palm Springs, California. I guess it should be another beautiful sunset by the time we get out to one of those airports. So again, if you're joining late, welcome. If you're joining now, welcome. And let's see here. I don't know. I actually signed into VATSIM this time, but all I'm seeing so far is Denver Center, so it's nobody that we got to worry about, at least right now. But let's go ahead and get started, get the passengers loaded. We're flying this beautiful Southwest livery tonight, one of my favorite airlines. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the cockpit here. So all I've done so far is turn the battery on, get some basic stuff up. I have not programmed anything, so we will do that together tonight. Pretty short flight. It's only 53 minutes to Las Vegas, and then another 40 minutes, I guess, down to Palm Springs. And so we will go ahead and let's get the music turned down a bit. We'll leave that on for a bit, but we'll just turn it down a little bit. And let me just double check that we are, yep, we're good to go on Project Fly. Check the radar, make sure, check any weather. Look at all that nasty weather Midwest. We missed all of that Tuesday. So here we are in Phoenix. We're gonna shoot up here to Vegas. Do have some weather around Vegas, but we should be good to get in there. And then from Vegas, we're gonna shoot down here, just south of San Bernardino, and southeast of Los Angeles, into Palm Springs. So we should have a very beautiful approach there. All right. So let's go ahead and jump down in here into the FMC. Show you guys how we enter all of this beautiful information into the aircraft that allows this aircraft to fly itself to its destination pretty much. So we can go ahead and X that music out. Let's get our briefing packet pulled up here from SimBrief. We're going to be cruising at 30,000 feet today. So let's clear that message first of all. Jump into the FMC. Hit the init page. So it's asking us for our reference airport. We are at PHX. Insert that there. Gate doesn't matter. Let's jump over to page 2 and grab this GPS fix. And let me actually zoom out a bit so you can see what happens. So our screens are dark right now, and that's because the GPS of the aircraft does not know where it's at. So we're going to grab that GPS fix right there. Go back to page 1 and set the Aorus position. There you go. Aircraft knows where we are. And let's just make sure we got everything there. Alright, so we're going from PHX, which is Phoenix. Insert that there. We're going to KLAS, which is Las Vegas. Our flight number is Southwest, that's SWA 1224. Insert that there. Nothing on the next page. We'll worry about the next page in a minute. Alright, so it's asking us for our planned fuel, which we've already been fueled, so that's going to be 13.5. Insert that there. Go ahead and click that, and that'll bring up our gross weight for our aircraft. All of this information is important because it tells the aircraft what speed it needs to get to lift up off the ground. So our reserves, we'll do 1. And let's see, what was our cost index? Cost index is 38. We will enter that here. Cruise altitude is going to be flight level 300, which is 30,000 feet. And we will execute that. Move on to the next page. We'll snag the outside air temperature, which is plus 29 degrees Celsius. Pretty warm out. Let's see, we'll go ahead and derate. We're going to be pretty light on this flight, so we'll derate. We don't need, matter of fact, we can go derate 2. Yeah, so we're going to be taking off at 94% thrust. We don't need a full 100%. We'll do flaps 5 for takeoff. And grab the center of gravity. That's going to give us our trim position that we need to set over here. So it's saying 5.09. So there, that arrow is on 5. We'll bring it up just a little more. Alright, so V1 is going to be 133 knots. Rotate is going to be 134 knots. And V2 is going to be 141. We'll do 146. And that's all set. Now we can jump over to, hold on. Yeah, we don't have to worry about none of that. Jump over to the departure arrival page. This is where we enter our route. Tell the aircraft what waypoints we're going to pick up from here all the way to Las Vegas. So let's look at that here. It looks like we're taking the Zerpers 1 departure with the sissy transition out. So let's grab that. Here it is right here, Zerper 1. And we're going to do runway 26 out of here. And there's our transition right there, sissy. So we'll go ahead and activate that leg. And as you see, all of that is popping up here. If we zoom out here, you can see all of those waypoints that's on that chart pops up here on the MFD there. Alright, so if we go back into, do we have any directs? Yes, we have a direct to IGM, which IGM is pretty much, I believe, is going to be our transition into the Tyson 5 arrival into Las Vegas. So we go to the legs page. Oh no, the route page, page 2. And let's go direct to IGM. IGM direct, execute that. And then go back to the departure arrival page. And we're looking for the Tyson 5 arrival, which is here. Insert that. IGM is the transition. Select that. Now, what runway was it forecasting us to land on? Let's grab that information. 8 right. We can expect 8 right unless there's air traffic control up there. They may give us something different. ILS 1 left. 19. 8 left. 8 right. Does it not have ILS? It seems like a visual. Let's go out. Let's check the chart for out there right quick. KLAS. Enter. Next. ILS. Yeah, 8 right isn't. Let's see something here. Okay, I thought so. 8 right. We're not going to take 8 right. We're going to take 8 left. That's a shorter runway. No sense in doing that when we got a longer one right beside it. So we'll take 8 left instead of 8 right. We'll roll with that. Let's go back. 8 left doesn't even have a ILS approach. Let me see something. Yeah, 26 is from the other side, so alright, no worries. We'll just do, I'm just not really sure if that's a visual but anyways, we'll rock with it. And we'll execute that, clear that message out. Let's check our legs page here for a second. Alright, we have a discontinuity, so we need to clear that out. And let's see what this thing is looking like. Let's step through this right quick, because that's looking a bit weird in the FMC here. So let's zoom in, and as I click this step button, you're gonna see it step through all of the different waypoints. So let's do that and see how this thing's got us. IGM, there's a discontinuity right there after Tyson. So let's grab Tyson, get rid of that discontinuity, and that should, step through it again, that should complete that line. Yep, there it is, IGM to Tyson, Susie, Prino. Okay, yep, that's right. So it's going to be a visual approach into 8 left. Should be pretty straightforward. I don't think, again, I'm not seeing any charts for that approach. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not seeing any charts for that approach. Why? I don't understand that. Arrival. Fuzzy 8, Tyson 5, RNAV. Okay, so here's where we're coming into Las Vegas through this transition IGM. Make that left turn at 8,000. And yeah, minimum altitude is 6,700. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna rock with that. Let's get rid of this Las Vegas stuff until we get closer. And let's get up our departure out of here. Was it the Zephyr 1? Yeah, Zephyr 1. Alright. Now you guys see why I like to do this programming before I come on stream, because it takes a little bit. Let's take a look at this departure here right quick so we can get some more information. It's not much information. Okay, here we go. 26. Where's 26? Alright. Here's the information that we need. Runway 26, climb heading 258 to 1,635 feet, then direct to Wivla, then on track 260 to Havru, then on track to 349 to cross Z-Dog at or above 5,000. So, where's Z-Dog at? Alright, so we need, by the time we take off here, we're gonna follow that those headings, and we need to cross Z-Dog like it says here, because there's a line here and the number is above the blue line that's at or above, so we need to cross this waypoint at 5,000 or above. Alright, so that's good. Let's go ahead and put in, I forgot what it said do already. Let me just put in the initial heading, 258, 1635. We're not going to put that altitude in, no ATC, so we're going to set this at 5,000 though. God damn, what was the heading? The heading was 258. Alright, so let's do 258. Alright. What was minute ref 146? Let's do 200. Flight directors can come on. Arm vertical speed, and we'll climb this out at 2,000 foot a minute. Arm L nav and arm V nav. That's going to cancel out the vertical speed though. So we'll just fly the flight directors out. All right, that's all set. Let me just reset my camera view here. Alright, let's go ahead and sign in the SIMBUDDY and wait for it to pick up our flight. Made some changes to my SIMBUDDY too. So we shall see here. Alright, just picked up the flight. We're gonna go ahead and start boarding and get up out of here. However, I wonder why that screen down. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and load passengers. So we only have 103 souls coming on board tonight. And while we wait on them to load, we can go ahead and clean up the overhead panel for departure. Do we have any center fuel? Yes. Alright. Set everything up here. Hydraulic pumps could come on. Paxer and Ortho, they're on. APU bleed air is on. Let's go ahead and set our cabin altitude to 30,000. And what is Las Vegas's landing altitude? Let's get that right quick. 2181. So we'll do
Hey Captain, here's the manifest. All passengers are aboard.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll do 22. Can't get 21, so we will do that. And let's get rid of this so we don't get mistaken and mixed up. Alright, looks like all passengers are aboard. Let's go ahead and give them a welcome announcement and get ready to go ahead and push back from the gate. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your Captain Leo 686. I'd like to take this moment to welcome you aboard. We're just finishing up a couple final preparations for gate departure. Should be pushing back here momentarily. So until then, just sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip. Again, welcome aboard. And there you have it. Made some changes to the SIMBUDDY, overridden some files, recorded some of my own shit. But God, look at that. This plane is just gorgeous. Alright. Let's not dwell on the beauty of it. Let's get on out of here. Hold on, let me close the doors up before I do that. Doors, forward entry can come closed. Service entry, cargos. And let's go ahead and get the ground handling out of here. And this truck is in the way, but it's part of the airport scenery, so they're gonna make some weird turns. It's just the way that I program these things to come out away from the aircraft. So nothing I can do about the scenery of the airport that's already there. Nothing we can do about that. Alright. We are already on Unicom for VATSIM, just in case we get any ATC. Let me double check. Yeah, there's still nothing out here, so in case we do get ATC coverage along the way, we're on the proper frequency, they will be able to message us. We are squawking 1200 right here, which is VFR for United States. So we'll be maintaining that squawk code unless until we're contacted by ATC, if there's any, to give us a proper squawk code. Hey Nini, welcome aboard. We will have a safe flight. Definitely will do that as always. And let's make sure ground handling is completely hid. Get rid of them. Alright. So beacon light can come on, because we're getting ready to push back. Beacon light comes on anytime the aircraft is in motion. We got the emergency lights are armed. Everything else appears to be set. So we are good to go. And let's get the ground handling truck to pushback truck to come on and push us back, or at least come and hook up.
Cockpit, tow is driving up.
Alright, let's get our flight attendants to configure doors for departure. Flight attendants, doors to automatic and cross-check, please. Let's get our passengers seated and buckled up. And once we start pushback, we'll give them some music.
Captain, doors have been set to automatic and cross-checked.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Alright, sir, waiting on you to connect, and then we will be out of here on a beautiful, beautiful Phoenix departure. I don't think I'm forgetting anything over here. I didn't start the flight leg, but it's all good. We don't need it.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, let's have the flight attendants take a seat so they don't get injured on this pushback. Flight attendants, seats for takeoff, please. Not actually seats for takeoff, but... Alright. Brakes can get released. Jetway is coming away from the aircraft.
And you may start engines.
And we have been cleared to start engines, but usually you wait till you get away from the gate, so we will do that. And clear on the left. What about you, first officer? Clear on the right. Alright, let's go ahead and start number 2 first. And we are waiting for 25% N2 on engine number 2 before we introduce fuel. Oh, I forgot to turn the packs off. So that thing will never continue to crank. So let's do that. And there you go. See? It's spooling up. There's 25%. I need to adjust my track R like always. Waiting on starter cutout on number 2 before we start number 1. There it is, cutout. And we'll let him finish pushing us back before we start number 1.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brakes are set, sir.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, we can go ahead and start number 1. Same thing, we were waiting for 25% and 2 on engine number 1. And introduce fuel. Disconnect, and we will wait hand signals on the left. Let's go ahead and squawk mode Charlie on the transponder. Turn on.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you, sir.
You may resume duties.
Alright, we'll just wait for his hand signal. Show us the nose wheel pin. And we'll continue to configure the aircraft for departure. Move, Maya. Please don't start messing with me. Alright, there is the pin. There is the flag. So we are clear. Alright, flaps can come to 5. And we'll switch our lower MFD here to flight controls for a flight control check. Auto brakes can come to RTO for rejected takeoff. Excuse me. Switch back to the cockpit. Alright, check our flight controls. Back, right, forward, left. Alright, right rudder and left rudder. Alright, flight controls are free and correct. Put this back on our engine display. Everything else looks good to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome aboard from a flight deck. This is your captain speaking.
That's the wrong captain. That's the wrong captain. That's another plug-in that I have. I thought we had gotten hijacked for a minute. It's like, oh, is there somebody that just come through that door? Speaking of which, this door should be closed now. Usually when you do start the flight leg on your tablet over here, that happens automatically, but we didn't start the flight leg, so I thought we just had a Haji that you know, came into the cockpit. But we're not going to discuss that. That's a sensitive matter. Alright, taxi lights can come on. Oh shit, yep, let's switch over. I didn't mean to hit that switch and turn the APU off. Before switching over to the engine generators. We just lost power for a second, but I was able to get it back on quick enough before alright, packs can come back on, provide airflow. APU bleed can go off. Seatbelt and no smoking sign can come on. They should have already been on. Ignition can go to continuous. Alright, looks like everything else is set and we are ready. Let's just take a look here at what route we're going to take on taxi out. Alright, so let's see. We are here on Papa. We're going to come out and come down Sierra. And we'll either take Delta. I did say 7 left, right? Yeah, I think it is 7. It's gotta be 7. I know it wasn't 25. Oh no, I pushed back the wrong way. It was 26, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 26. Alright, well, good thing we ain't got ATC because... Let's see here. Alright, yeah, we'll just turn around. No problem. Alright, we're good to go. Let's just make sure we'll make this U-turn. Take taxiway Sierra out. And make a right on Bravo, which is here. Take Bravo down to 26 to A12, or what is this, B14, onto runway 26. Alright, not a problem. Let's go ahead, parking brakes can come off. Give her a little bit of throttle. And we are gonna give her a little bit of asymmetrical thrust. As you see here, engine number 1 is spooling, but number 2 is idle, and that just helps us through the turn, as number 1 is on our left wing. Alright, let's get the safety briefing going. Okay, that didn't transfer through. Oh, you know what? I didn't select the file. But no worries, it's all good. We will do that next flight. And we're gonna shut that off because I don't want to hear it. I had a pretty sweet safety briefing. There were some other guys here. They must have logged off. Alright, let's go ahead and get them to prepare the cabin for departure. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, looks like we have no delay on our departure. Flight attendants, go ahead and prepare the cabin for takeoff. Excuse me.
Captain, cabin is secure for departure.
Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead and take your seat. Flight attendants, seats for takeoff, please. Because we are already here. That was a short taxi. short taxi. You gotta wait, brah. Alright, you gotta wait a second. Alright, so we'll go down 13. The runway actually starts here, not back there. Landing lights can come on.
Approaching 26.
Strobes. And wing lights. Runway turn off.
Secured. Have a good flight.
And we're ready to rock and roll. It's like a bit of downtown
On runway
Phoenix.
26.
Let's just make sure everybody is set. Passengers seated. Flight attendants are seated. So we're good to go. Move, dude. Move, dude. Do not start. Alright, bring the throttles up. Let them stabilize. And toga.
knots.
80 knots, cross check.
V1 rotate.
There's our rotation. Nice, smooth.
Positive rate.
Positive rate, gear up. Let's jump in it from the first officer's view.
400.
Still hand flying.
1000.
And we can give it to the autopilot there. Look at that gorgeous view coming out of Phoenix. Sorry about the camera movements. Coming over downtown Phoenix. Alright, we're going to go ahead and expedite this climb to make sure we are at 5,000. And we are at 5,000. Aircraft is spooling back, making its turn. And there's our turn coming out to pick up Z-Dog at 5,000. And then we will start a climb. We'll just go ahead and clear ourselves on up to cruise altitude. Alright, so now we're continuing our climb out of Phoenix. Go ahead and let the flight attendants up. Flight attendant, you may resume duties. Beautiful evening coming out of Phoenix. Beautiful. Alright, aircraft has just pitched down to pick up 275, 79 knots for climb, 278. And we're above 10,000 feet, so we can go ahead and shut the landing lights off. Let's see what it's saying for progress.
On defense, while that seatbelt sign is on, you must remain in your seat with your seatbelt securely fastened until the captain feels it safe and turns it off.
Should have a pretty beautiful approach into Vegas as well. We turn down this exterior sound a bit more. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta fix this camera view. I don't know what's up with it. Let me see here. X camera, control panel. Cockpit. Yeah, for some reason I don't know what's up with this. With this camera. Yeah, it's still doing it. I don't know why. Okay. Well. There it is. I think it's working. Look at that awesome shot. That's an awesome shot. Now let's see, will it work if I go back to it? No, I gotta go and set my button for it and see. Control 9. Let's see here. I might have to delete some other cameras that I don't want. Yeah, because I don't know why it won't reset. Anywho, not that big of a deal. Alright, already we are just about 18 miles into our top of climb, and I never did reset my altimeter. Trying to mess around with the camera, and we're almost out to Jackpot, which is our transition out. Not a long flight at all, this one. Landing gear can be turned off. Oh shit, I accidentally hit the daggone joystick. Turn the autopilot off. Just reset LNAV and VNAV. Now when I want that to disengage, it doesn't. Let me see here. Let's put that on this computer. Alright, so about 8 miles to top of climb. Not much going on here. We got some cloud cover. Not much to see as far as the deserty mountains.
Captain, some of the passengers need to use the restroom.
Well, they can use the restroom as soon as we get to cruise. Matter of fact, we can start the in-flight entertainment.
Captain, we have started the in-flight entertainment.
That one didn't come through.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. Roger that. Let's go ahead and get some panel lights on since it's going to be getting dark soon. I gotta see where my lights are for back there. Alright. Let's start a drink service.
Captain, we are starting drink service.
And we can let them up out of their seats. Turn the belt sign off. Well, let's give them one of the planes announcements since I don't have that one. Yeah, his is garbage. Why is this thing refusing to reset? Let me see if I can mess with this thing a little bit more. Let's delete that camera one more again. Bye-bye one. 10. Create. Save all. It only does it when I exit out. Alright, we'll work on that. Now it should reset itself, but it's not. Yeah, see, even when I go back to it, it's not resetting itself. Or you know what? Let me try one more thing. Let me create a second flyby camera to, I guess, try and put the... I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work. It's working. When I hit the button, it's working. Awesome. Cool. Let's try it one more time. Third time's a charm, right? It's working. Okay. I'm okay with that. One more time, just for good luck. Man, I love that shot. Not with the stutters, though. Not with the stutters, though. We don't like stutters. Stutters are bad luck. Man, look at that scenery. That is gorgeous. That is just gorgeous. Look at that. Screenshot. That is amazing. Another screenshot. Another screenshot. Man, that's awesome. That is awesome. Alright, and just that quick, at 30 miles, right here is our top of descent. So we are already up to Vegas, just about. So let's go ahead and put in some information. Alright, so VREF is 134, so we will do 139, so that's VREF plus 5. Oh, hold on, I gotta do let me clear that. Flaps 40 slash 139. Go ahead and stick that in there. Wind correction is 5 knots. And let's take a look at get Vegas' charts up. I forgot what arrival we're doing. Oh, Tyson 5. Yep, we're already on it. We're coming into IGM. And we are doing, which runway did I say we were doing? Eight left. I couldn't have said 8 left because did I ever change it? I did. So it is 8 left. Approach. Hold on, let me see something here. Alright, so let's get our autopilot altitude set so it knows it can descend when it gets to the top of descent. And we're going to go down to 8,000. So we'll be at 8,000 at Prino. We have an altitude restriction. Can't go below 6,700. So let's go ahead and finish doing this. Approach. Hey, there's no 8 left on here. I just don't get it. Alright, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know why that is not showing 8 left on there, or 8 right, I think, for that matter. Hey, dude, give me my tablet. I need my charts. Go get your tablet. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to get a backup source and see if I'm missing something with this approach. Alright, there's our descent. Engines are coming back. Check one more thing here.
Captain, drink service is complete.
Alright, ma'am, thank you. 289, we're going to want to tone that speed down a bit. Let's go 250. Execute that. And we'll bring out some speed brake. Screenshot right there. Alright, yeah, we're coming in kinda hot on our descent. Just trying to get back on profile here. She should start slowing down once we get back on profile. Yeah, speed's coming down now. Okay, yeah, so my plane isn't tripping. There are no charts for 8 for the approach. I don't know why. I guess it's a visual approach. So we will fly the I guess you would get vectors from ATC normally. Below 19,000, we might not make that restriction there. I did not get the weather information. Let's go ahead and do this right quick. PHX, LAS. Let's just say 10,000 for right now. We just need to look at the weather. Alright, map. God damn it. Put in the wrong airport, that's why. Hey dude, turn that down. Alright, altimeter here is 299 or 2969. So let's go ahead and tune that. And we can stow speed brakes away. Got a lot going on, man. My son is getting on my nerves. Couldn't find the charts. Uh, 12,000. Alright, so we need to be at 12,000 by Caddy. I don't think we're gonna make that either. Alright, let's bring the speed brakes back out. Let's jump off of VNAV and let's increase our vertical speed down to 3,000 feet a minute. To try to make caddy. We don't have time to serve food on this leg. Put the speed brakes back out. Give us a little bit of drag so we're not blazing the trail. Oh, we're coming into some clouds. Alright, we are instruments. We have no visibility outside the aircraft, so we'll be relying on our instruments. And we just come through the bottom. Alright, where's caddy? We're at 15. We might make caddy at 12,000. But we're not even going to caddy. We're going past caddy to Tyson, but that's the restriction, so if we were going to that waypoint, I wasn't paying attention to that. Alright, so we'll go ahead and come back on the VNAV. Aircraft's gonna pitch up and wait for the VNAV profile to come down to us. Let's reset our camera view here. Let's see if my flyby camera still works. It does. Gorgeous evening out here in the western part of the United States. This sim does a really good job at depicting the real life versions. Alright, so we got a slight right coming up at Tyson. And we got a decel point where the aircraft slow down. And we look pretty good. We're low on the descent path because I took it off of autopilot or VNAV mode and put it in vertical speed to get down a bit quicker, because we thought we had to hit that 12,000 mark, but we didn't even hit that waypoint. We're just coming up on Tyson. So we'll pick up Susie at 10,000 and then Prino at 8,000, and we should have I can't tell which one. Hold on, man. Which fucking runway did I say I was coming in on? 8? 8 left. I definitely said 8 left, right? So we'll pick up Prino. And if I'm looking at this correctly, 8 left is coming in from this direction. And so what we'll do, I don't really know the approach into this airport because there's no chart. But all I see here is there's an altitude restriction of 13,000 feet. So we will have to come around, enter a downwind leg, and make for a short approach to 8 left. Let me get the weather. Let me get the weather from Vegas and see what it says the active is. 132.4.
McCarran INTL information India. 0 Zulu weather. Wind 360 at 9, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 5,900 few, 8,900 scattered, 14,000 broken, temperature 20, dew point 6. Altimeter 2969. Arriving runway 01 right, departing runway 01 left. Advise on initial contact you have India.
Okay, so we'll take 1 right then. Runways have changed. I'm glad I looked at that. So let's go ahead and reprogram this. 1 left.
Captain, the in-flight movie is ended. Shall we start another film?
No. All right, we'll take 1 left. And let's get that up on here. See if they have it at least. Approach. Yep, ILS 1 left. Alright, so we're looking at 110.1 for the frequency and 014 for the course. So we'll tune 014 now. And what was the frequency? 110.1. Put that in the navigation radio. And let's tune 014 on the co-pilot side. So we're set up for that. Man, look at that. That is just beautiful. Alright, so we're set up for the runway change. Just gorgeous. So now you see why all these altitude restrictions, because there are mountains around here. Just beautiful. Coming into Vegas, baby, taking these people to gamble. So yeah, Curdy is going to be 7,000. So when we pick up Curdy, it's got us here. What is that, Cruddy? Yeah, Cruddy. It's got us at 8,000 at Cruddy. Let's go ahead and set that to 180/700 because that's what the chart says. Execute that. Alright, so we got the airport off to our 2 o'clock. Is that it over there? Can't tell. Got another aircraft right there. I wonder if he's going in on the same approach. It looks like it. I do not have the airport though. got that other airplane. Okay, let's see where we at. Let's go ahead. Okay, how do I? Okay, it's not letting me, definitely not letting me get to the text. Why is it not letting me get to the message so I can unicom it? Alright, so here's our approach. We're flying out here. It looks like we're going to make a hard bank to the right and pick up the final approach into one left. Got to keep an eye on this other aircraft. I don't see where he went because he is in the area. We do not have air traffic control. I don't see where he went. There's the airport down there. There's the Las Vegas Strip. Wonder, did he make his turn for final yet? Alright, we'll just kinda try to keep an eye out for him. We are going slower, so we should be good here. Hold on. What? All right, let's see here.
$1,000 to go.
Alright, we're going back up to 8,500. Minimum altitude is 8,400 in this sector here. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go... We're going to go direct to Cruddy and skip all these other waypoints. And that should keep us out of this 13,000 range. Try to cut in here inside these mountains here. Gonna actually go direct to Terry as well.
Hey, Captain. A few of the passengers are complaining they're hungry. Can we start meal service?
We can't do it. We're gonna get a bad grade on this one. We're about to land. What's the altitude for Terry? 7,000. Let's go ahead and descend to 7. So we're cutting all of these little hills that's on this chart. ATC would normally vector you through here, but first time landing here in Vegas, so alright, let's go ahead and bring the speed back. To 175.
1,000 to go.
Alright, thank you, sir. And ask the passengers to be seated. That should have been done. Got tied up with everything. Alright, we can go ahead and auto brakes that can come to 2. Belt signs can come on. Everything else looks good. And we'll go heading select. Localizer mode. We overshot it a bit, but it's okay. Overshot it by a lot.
$1,000 to go. $1,000 to go.
Alright, let's bring up the and where is it? Okay. Alright, so 5,300. Let's go ahead and get that set.
$1,000 to go.
Alright, we got the runway in sight.
2,500.
I'll bring the flaps down to 1. Give her a little bit of air brakes. And we can engage the approach mode. Glide slope is coming down. Gear can come down. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we have begun our final approach into the airport. Flight attendants, go ahead and prepare the cabins for landing, please. Alright, and we're going to come down to our VREF speed of 139. Speed brakes are armed. It's a crazy approach. Coming into Vegas. Las Vegas Strip right there. Alright, we got the glass slope. We're descending. We have the localizer. What's up, Alan? Thank you for joining, sir. Yes, that's my voice on SIMBUDDY. I actually had my girl do a whole bunch of recordings too. So we have a new we have a new flight attendant.
Cabin is secure for departure.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Flight attendant, seats for landing, please. That shouldn't have been departure. That should have been. All right, let's come off of the.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Oh. Let's come off of the auto thrust. All right, we're hand flying now.
Approaching 01 left.
A little high.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30.
Oh.
20, 10.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Settle down. Whew, almost lost it there, guys.
80 knots.
80 knots check. Manual braking. Woo! Almost lost it there at the last second. I think I got kind of slow. Lord have mercy. Alright, so we'll exit here. We'll get to the gate, get like one or two replays, and then we'll go right into flight planning for Palm Springs. Alright, landing lights. Can come off. Taxi light can come on. What the hell? Okay. APU can get started. Runway turn-offs can come on, off. And strobes can go off. Alright, let's see where we're at. Damn, I exited to the right. Alright, no worries. We'll just go over here to the ramp. We don't need a gate. I should have been exiting to the left. No ATC here, so We don't gotta worry about it too much. Flaps can come up. De-arm the speed brake. And we'll just get over here to a ramp. Alright, we can let our flight attendants up. Flight attendant, you may resume duties. And we can give them a welcome message. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We'd like to welcome you here. Local time and weather is displayed on the seatback monitor in front of you. It's been a pleasure having you on board with us today. If you're catching a connecting flight, be sure to check the monitors inside the terminal. If you are catching a connecting flight, we'd like to wish you further safe travels. And again, we hope to see you again soon. Alright, so this will be a connecting flight. Your connecting flight to Palm Springs. And we would not pull up to this nose first simply because we're not at a gate and we want to be able to get out of here. So we'll just pull over here. And I'll turn her around here. So that we can get out of here. Shit, this thing might not let me do it from here. If it's not reading that I'm not at a gate. Well, we'll see. Parking brakes. Okay, it will. Flight attendant, prepare the cabin for gate arrival. Doors to manual, please. Alright. Let's get the APU switched over. Bleed air can come on. Taxi light can go off.
Hey, Captain, doors are set to manual.
Thank you, ma'am. And we can shut down 1 and 2. That wasn't a bad landing considering I almost freaking died. 185 foot a minute. Alright, let's let the passengers up. And let's get them offloaded. And we are in a quick turnaround state, so we will jump right into putting in information for the next flight. Let's go ahead and complete this flight. And let's get another booking from KLAS to KPSP. Oops, that's LPSP. KPSP. Manually enter booking. And I now have to let them finish right quick so that I can get... Well, actually, that's going to be flight 1226. So we will enter that as our flight number. Just happens to be my birthday. We're going to continue as Southwest.
Daddy, did that there by the town.
There you go, taking in Limerick. We're going to continue as Southwest. That looks good. Continue in the same aircraft, and we'll do VATSIM again. Even though I don't think it's going to be any ATC coverage, but we got that booking. And we'll go ahead and get our flight plan from SimBrief. I usually do all of this off screen, but thought I'd show you guys some of the process involved of getting to point A to point B. Alright, let's take a look at our briefing. And here is our briefing packet for the next leg. So we will get into that in one moment. We can go ahead and minimize that, and we can minimize that for right now. All passengers are disembarked. We can close this window since we are finished with that. And let's check out a replay before we go any further. Let me disconnect from VATSIM. And then we'll check out a replay, see how that landing was. And then we'll go ahead and jump in. Excuse me. We'll go ahead and jump in and plan for the next leg. Alright, so what am I looking for? Replay. Alright, let's go ahead and back this up a little bit. And we can start about here. Let's get us a wing seat. A window seat, I mean. Gorgeous view out though. Alright, Alan. Peace out, man. Got school tomorrow. Appreciate you stopping by. Oh, it's Vegas in the background. That's beautiful. Oh, that roll wasn't that bad. Looked a lot worse. Definitely looked a lot worse than it was from my perspective.
200.
2 whites, 2 reds on the poppy lights. That means we're right on the glide slope.
100. 50. 40. 30. 10.
A little bit off center. There's the roll. Alright, let's get my view, and then we'll I need to make a button for this. Alright, we'll check this one and then we'll go on to Palm Springs. There's the float. I came back up a bit. There's the roll. Not bad. I thought I was going to wing scrape it. Thought I was going to wing scrape it. Alright, we'll check out one more. Just because I love this view. I believe my left main landing gear touched down first. But it's all good. 145 feet a minute. Not bad at all. There's the float. There's the roll. It's not bad. Alright. Let's go ahead and jump on over. Hey dude, take that in the living room. Let's go ahead and jump on over and get our next flight started. Giving y'all a twofer today. Alright. Let's extend this out. Is mine? I don't think they are. No, they're not. Okay. No worries. Let's get them back. I forgot they were there. Alright. So let's see. Let's get our information so we can plan this thing here and get our briefing packet up that we just created on SimBrief. So we see here our cruising altitude is going to be 24,000. So we'll go ahead and start entering our KLAS to KPSP. Flight number is SWA 1226. Alright, page 2, we don't need anything from there. Alright, that looks good. Let's see how much fuel did it say. Here's my block fuel. 11,365 is what we need. Excuse me. Give me 1 second while I cross-check something. Let's see. Alright, so we have 10,930 pounds of fuel aboard. SimBrief is real generous with the fuel, so we're what, 1,000 pounds? Or a little bit under 1,000 pounds from this number, so we're going to roll with what we already got. Quick turnaround. We don't need any more fuel. Okay, let's scroll down here. So now it's saying we're departing Las Vegas on 1 right. We came in on 1 left, so we will use 1 left for that. On the Botch 8 departure with the TNP transition direct to Palm Springs. There's no transition in there, doesn't look like. So we will go ahead and put in 11.0 for our fuel load. Reserves is going to be 1.0 as usual. Our cost index, what's our cost index? Right here, cost index is 5. So we will put in 5. Cruise altitude, what did I say, 24,000? Yeah, 240. Execute that. I don't know if I'm zoomed in enough for you guys. Alright, get the outside air temperature. We're going to derate that as well. Takeoff data, we're using flaps 5 again. Alright, our trim is 4.77, so we will trim down. Watching that needle go past 5. So that's about right for our trim. Alright, V1 is 130, V2 is 132, and V3 is 139. We'll do 144. Alright, that's all set. Departure. We're going to do the botch 8, as I said, out of 1 left. I'm going to activate that. And then, what do we got here? We've got, where's the rest of our route? TNP. Didn't ask me for a transition. Let me see. Departure. Yeah, here it is. TNP, I didn't select it. Alright. And then, what does it say? Direct to Palm Springs. That's weird. Let's see. Does Palm Springs even have a we'll leave that up as we still need it. Excuse me. Yeah, they don't have much. RNAV approaches. Yeah, they have a few few stars, but we'll just go direct. Something is in my throat. Alright, so we're gonna do, we'll keep 275 for our climb. Mach 0.77 is good for descent, and I mean for cruise. And we'll do 250 for descent. Execute that. God damn. Alright. Looks like we are all set up and ready to go. So let's see. Let's get our departure out of here right quick. Botch 8. Alright, let's see what it's saying for... Damn. Let's see what it's saying for 1 left. Alright, so our top altitude is going to be 19,000. We will put that into the MCP. Runway 1 left and right, we're going to climb on a heading of 014 to 2,600 feet, then turn left direct to Bessie. Then on track 190 to cross Whitla between 7,900 and 10,000. Then on track 191 to Jeb, then on track 151 to cross Botch at or above 13,000. So we're going to put 19,000 and 014 into our autopilot. Alright. Flight directors can stay on. And let me reset my camera view here. jump over here and we can get cabin altitude pressurization to 24,000 because that's what we're going in at or cruising at. And let's get the they don't have any okay, here we go. Airport elevation is 476 feet. So let's put that at our landing altitude. $450 should be fine. Alright, we're pretty much set. Let's put this into active sky so we get accurate weather. So we're going from Vegas down to Palm Springs. No alternate. 24,000. And we'll just leave it like that. Conditions. Alright, altimeter is 2969. We're already tuned on that. And let's start the flight leg here. After I open up. I don't know why the doors are locked. But anywho. Alright. What we will do is let me go into the SIMBUDDY website right quick and accept this flight that we were about to do. Las Vegas to Palm Springs. We're going to fly that route. Same aircraft. $10,930. Do a quick fuel conversion right quick so that I can give it the correct information. And we will be on our way. 49.57. Flight time, we'll put 1 hour and 15. Why in the hell am I getting a safety announcement? Alright, 24,000. We're carrying 142 passengers this time. We will accept that. Alright, we're all set there. We'll let her finish up her spew and then we'll go ahead and get set to leave. Yep, we got ground handling out here fueling us up. Getting new passengers' bags on board. I should have called up the stairs and the bus to bring the passengers, but they don't need all that. They can just climb up the ramp. Alright, give me 30 seconds, guys. I'm going to use the bathroom and we will get out of here. Alright. We are back and we are ready to depart and head on down to Palm Springs. So with that said, let me reset my cameras. Let's get the ground handling out the way. Everything's still pretty much set on the overhead, so we're good there. And we'll go ahead and head on down to Palm Springs. Oh, glad I thought about it. I almost forgot. Let's go ahead and start. Why is it saying? Why is it giving me a complete flight thing here? Alright, give me a second. Let me just cancel this because it's... Oh shit, did I cancel that? I hope I didn't. Okay, yeah. Alright, we're good to go there. I thought I had canceled that previous flight. So we'll grab our booking that we just made. We'll dispatch it. Las Vegas to Palm Springs. And we'll click the fly now button. Now it's got us active. So you guys should be getting information at the top of your screen on my aircraft. So we'll drop that down. Let's make sure that the ground handling equipment is gone. And we will go ahead, we don't need a pushback. We will go ahead and turn off the packs first. Yet again. Alright, starting number 2. Waiting on 25% on N2. And there it is. We'll go ahead and introduce fuel. And you know what I didn't do? Beacon is still on. Alright, engine number 2 is up. We're waiting on starter cutout. There it is. Come on over to 1. Engine 1 is spooling up. We are also looking for 25% N2 right here. And there we have it. We'll go ahead and introduce fuel. And we are looking for starter cutout on number 1. There we have it. Oh hell, you know what I didn't do? Alright, sorry about that guys. We are going to abort that because we were about to be flying this for nothing. Let's go ahead and shut these engines down. Damn, let go. Alright. Parking brake is set. Alright guys. I forgot to load the passengers on SIMBUDDY, so we will log in, get them on, and then do that procedure. So we're just waiting on it to pick up the flight. There it is. And we will load. That restroom break messed me up. Messed me up. So we'll give them about a minute or so to load. We should have a nice sunset by the time we get down to Palm Springs. Palm Springs is a nice area in real life. We flew into Palm Springs a couple years ago, and we went out to LA to visit Trina and Los. Flew into Palm Springs instead of LAX. I forgot to put my safety briefing on here too. That's alright. We're gonna go ahead while we wait and reconnect to VATSIM. Our flight number is Southwest 1226 this time instead of 4.
Hey, Captain. Here's the manifest. All passengers are aboard.
Thank you. B738. 738. I don't know why this thing does this. I'm gonna just go to J. It works with that. Alright, we're signed in. We're back connected to VATSIM in case we get any air traffic control. Doesn't look like anything on tonight. Alright. Let's give them a welcome message. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your Captain Leo 686. I'd like to take this moment to welcome you aboard. We're just finishing up a couple final preparations for gate departure. We ain't at a gate. Pushing back here momentarily. So until then, just sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip. Again, welcome aboard. And we ain't pushing back. We pulling out this time. All right, go ahead and configure doors for departure. Flight attendants, doors to automatic and cross-check, please. Have these guys seated. Alright.
Captain's doors have been set to automatic and cross-checked.
Thank you, ma'am. Beacon can come on. Let's go start number 2. We already know we're looking for 25% on N2 because we just did it. There it is. Let's grab some fuel. And we are waiting on starter cutout. There we have starter cutout. And we can start number 1. Also looking for 25% N2 on number 1. There we have it. Introduce fuel. And wait on starter cutout. Alright, there's starter cutout. We can go ahead and come over to the engine generators. APU can go off. Air conditioning pack system can come back on. APU bleed air can go off. And everything else is pretty much still set. Seatbelts are set. Alright, we're good to go. Bring the flaps down for takeoff to 5. Trim is set. Panels are set, look good. Autopilot is set. We're clearing ourselves straight up to 19,000. Initial heading of 014. Auto brakes can come to RTO. Switch to the flight control system. Alright. Right, back, left, forward. Rudder, full right rudder, full left rudder. Flight controls are free and correct. Switch that back to our engine. Taxi light can come on, and we are ready to get out of here. Brakes can come off. Let me just get my airport chart for here back up. Where is my... That's Palm Springs. This is what? That's my departure for here. Which is the same thing. I can delete one. Alright. Here we got our taxi chart. So we're just going to basically come out to Foxtrot, make a right, and we're going to follow Foxtrot all the way down to one left. And that's what we will do. Alright, clear on the left, clear on the right. There's somebody else right there. The hell is this guy doing? I wonder what happened to that other guy. There's somebody else at the end of the runway there. He's getting ready to take off. Are any of these guys putting this on Unicom? I was trying to text it, but I can't figure out why it's not letting me text it. They're not using Unicom either, so to hell with it. So he's on this takeoff roll now. That might be the guy that we seen earlier. I couldn't make out what his aircraft was, but he's rolling. Looks like 767 or 777. I can't tell. Looks like a 777. That's pretty cool. So we're going to be taking off here, and pretty much, as you can see from the MFD, making a U-turn and heading on out. Give these guys a little bit of music, keep them on ice till we get to the runway. We heading down to Palm Springs now. In my Tommy voice. From Martin. Stand by, guys. I gotta turn this damn AC off. Alright. Alright, so we're 3/4 of the way down here. Slower down. We're doing 26 knots on the taxiway. Still beautiful out here today. Got the palm trees in the desert. Definitely have a fascination now with the West Coast. It's gorgeous out there. Now let's see, which one of these do we want? We'll go all the way to the end here. Did I have them prepare the cabin? I didn't. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, looks like we have no delay on our departure. Flight attendants, go ahead and prepare the cabin for takeoff. I'll tell you what. I can get to. Let me just double check this. Okay. That's my runway here, not this one. Alright. Just had to double check that. We're waiting on the flight attendants to prepare the cabin, and then we will go ahead and pull on out. Let's make sure nobody's behind us. Doesn't look like anybody's behind us.
Captain, cabin is secure for departure.
Thank you, ma'am. Flight attendants, seats for takeoff, please. Alright. Landing lights can come on. All 4 of them. Runway turn-offs. Taxi light is on. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get the strobe lights on. And wing lights can stay on. We're good to go.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Thank you, ma'am. Should be just getting dark by the time we get down to Palm Springs.
Approaching 08 left.
This leg is only about 30 to 40 minutes.
Approaching runways. On runway 08 left.
Yeah, we should have made that turn there to the left of us. But no worries. Come around the backside here. This part with the arrows is not actually the start of the runway. The threshold of the runway is here.
On runway 01 left.
But they teach you use every bit of blacktop you can. Never know when you might need it. Alright. Slowly advance the throttles. About 50%. Let them stabilize, and toga. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
80 knots cross check.
V1, rotate.
There's our rotation.
Positive rate.
Positive rate, gear up. See you later, Vegas. Oh. Pulled out kind of high on that one. And we'll go ahead and immediately give it to the autopilot so we can enjoy some of the scenery as we fly over the city of Las Vegas. Ah, police chasing somebody down there. That's funny. Look at him. Awesome. We're climbing on out to 19,000. Alright, we can get rid of this chart now. And as you see, this is the flight path we're taking. It did say max speed 230, but beauty of having no ATC, we'll run 250 below 10,000. And we'll go ahead and release the flight attendants to... Flight attendant, you may resume duties. Alright, auto brakes can go off. There's our 10,000 foot restriction here for this waypoint in between 10,000 and 7,900. Alright, landing lights can come off as we're above 10,000. Taxi light can also go off. And here's a tile that I merged with another tile, so that's why the color is different. Beautiful view. Alright, we're continuing our climb up to 19. And we will hold 19 until we get to Botch. I believe that's what it said. Okay, we can actually clear ourselves up to cruise. It says cross botch at or above 13,000. So I'm pretty sure we won't be above 19,000 by crossing it, because we also still had that flight restriction of 19,000. So we'll go ahead and put it into the autopilot. We're only going up a couple thousand more to 24. And let's see what our Let's see what our 0155. Yeah, so we got about 25 minutes until we get to Palm Springs.
Does the statement turns it off.
So we'll get them started on a quick drink service.
Captain, we're starting.
No food on this flight, as it's a short flight. And we need to go ahead and start looking at our approach. It's going to be direct, so let's get rid of everything Vegas related. Let's see if we can look at one of these approaches and get an idea. Let's get the weather for our airport. Actually, hold on, let me go back here.
Altimeter setting.
Alright, we hear you screaming. Do we have an ATIS? Palm Springs clearance. Our ATIS is 12465, so we will tune that. 12465. So the weather will come through when we get close enough. We can find out which runway is active. And let's go back here and take a look at another approach and see if we can figure out. Sizzler 3.
Thousand to go.
Alright, so let's bring up that other RNAV approach as well. 31 and so this is most likely the approach. .31 left. Alright, let me take a look here at active sky and see. Yeah, we're coming in from the right direction to hit that approach. Oh, we got some weather just north of there. 310 at 13 knots. Gusting 22 knots. It's gonna be a windy landing. No clouds reported. 2965 is the altimeter. Okay. So we'll do runway 31 left. And what was it? What did I say the altimeter was? 2965. So let's tune the altimeter. Alright, so that's set for when we get below 18,000. And let's put in the 31 left RNAV approach. Arrival. Is there not a... Yeah, hold on. Alright, what's our transition for that? 2VEC or... Yeah, 2VEC 4,000. Palm Springs VOR. Alright, let's see if we got any of these waypoints already in here. Let's go to our... Uh-oh, don't tell me my sim is about to crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I would like you not to crash, sim. I'm getting that little spinning wheel icon blue thingy. Oh man, I'm about to be pissed. I am about to be pissed. I'm about to be pissed. Come on, man. Okay, come on, come back. Oh my god, this is about to piss me off. Yep. Shit's not wanting to respond, so I'm gonna have to force close it. Damn. Come on, man. Alright, you know what? That does it. Let's cancel the SIMBUDDY so we don't get all messed up there. Let's disconnect from VATSIM. Alright, we're disconnected from VATSIM. Still not wanting to respond. So we are going to have to force close it. I don't want to force close it because I want to continue to fly. Alright, well, that does it. Sim crashed. Appreciate y'all coming. It's a bummer we didn't make it to Palm Springs. That really does it. I could easily probably just reboot it, but it's gonna kill the. It's already done. It already killed my my drive to want to redo the flight. So we got one flight in. Got the Vegas flight in. So we will try Palm Springs another time in the future. Really wasn't my luck today. Had issues getting the stream started. It's like one program wouldn't work. Finally get that to work, and something else would mess up. Phone wouldn't charge. So we're gonna end it here. Definitely appreciate you coming to check it out. We were running behind today, but yeah, we'll do something tomorrow. We'll definitely do something tomorrow. Maybe we'll leave out of Palm Springs and go somewhere. But yeah, sim crashed, so there's nothing I can do about that. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time.